There are no jobs in pharmacy. There's very high competition in that industry. You're living in your own world. Stop giving people false hope about this dying profession. We have a crisis of jobless pharmacists. There are no jobs in pharmacy. The career is saturated. Saturated. The career is very saturated. Don't do pharmacy. I used to always worry about what people thought of me and would try so hard to live by society's standards. Then I realized that I was created to be different, and regardless of what I did, I would never fit in. So I decided to follow my dreams instead. Join me on this journey as I grow in my faith, go through the ups and downs of pharmacy school, and most importantly, being God's masterpiece. I wanted to come on here and make this video because I get a lot of questions from people saying that they love pharmacy, they want to do pharmacy, but they feel like the career is saturated, and they hear that from so many people. Y'all need to stop listening to people. Like, you will never have me on this channel tell you not to follow your dreams because of what other people are saying, because of the statistics, because of what is happening in the world. I don't care, okay? I don't care. Like, the only reason why half the time I will consider responding to individuals who are telling me in my comments that I'm foolish for doing pharmacy or telling me that the career is saturated is because I don't want anyone else who's watching the video to be discouraged. But if it were up to me, I would just ignore it, and I just don't care. So, to the individuals who are concerned about doing pharmacy, let me Google the stats and tell you the stats. Projected growth of pharmacists. The projected 10-year growth of pharmacists is 3%, and that was in 2014. 2016, the projected growth is 6%. Do you want to know what I see when I look at that number? I don't see a negative. There is some growth. It might not be a lot of growth, but there is no negative. If you have a passion about something, if you really want to do something, do it. I've had people comment and say, like, I don't understand how religion has a role to play in this. Like, God is not going to give a job to everybody. And part of me is just like, wow, you really must not know my God. You really, and I would love for you to know him, because then you will have the hope that I have and know that you are going to be all right. I have never been lacking in anything. I have never needed anything that God hasn't provided for me. So yes, he will provide the job. Yes, he will provide my needs, and he will do the same for you. So for anyone who's looking at comments like that, are just like, oh, God is only going to give her a job and not me a job. Stop stressing. I'm never gonna tell you not to follow your dreams on this channel. You want to be a pharmacist? I'm not gonna say, well, the projected growth is 3%. It's increased to 6%, but that's still pretty low. No, I'm gonna say, you go ahead and do it, and I'll be rooting for you on the sidelines. But I'm not gonna tell you not to pursue pharmacy because it is saturated. And the reason why I would say that is because I am not a fortune teller. I'll be straight up, I am not a fortune teller. I do not know what the job market is going to be like 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now. I don't know. What I do know is that if I follow my dreams, if I get into a career that I enjoy, that I love, that's all that matters. I remember receiving so many other emails from people saying like, oh, well, I really want to do pharmacy, but I feel like the job market is saturated, so I'll look into probably nursing or being a PA, but I really don't want to do that. If you don't want to do that, then don't do it. And I don't want you to retaliate to those other careers because you think it might be easier. Nursing is hard, and I give it up to nurses because it is hard. PAs is hard. Like, it's like nothing you go into is going to be easy. You know, just because there might be more jobs, but do you really want to do that? Are you really interested in doing that? Because if you're not interested in doing that, you're going to hate your job every single day. I don't know about you. People tell me I am crazy. People are just like, oh, that's dumb for thinking like that. I don't care. And you want to know why? It's because I'm a very driven person. If I want something, I'm going to go out and I'm going to get it. If God has put it in my heart, I trust and I know that He's going to equip me with everything I need to go pursue it and get it. So, you know what? If you see a need, you feel like there's no jobs in pharmacy, then do something about it. Let's all come together and do something about it. Let's say, okay, you know what? Pharmacists are well educated people. They have a doctorate degree. Maybe we can utilize them in a lot of areas that are lacking. We live in a country, we live in a world where not everyone has access to healthcare. That's a problem. And yet we have well-educated individuals who are not getting jobs after school. I don't care what it is that you are passionate about. I don't care what it is that you want to pursue. If you have a desire to do it, do it. I'm not saying that it's going to be easy. I'm not saying that as soon as you graduate, you're going to get a job immediately. It might take some work, but I don't want you to think that just because there are no jobs, people aren't going into it. I know so many people who feel this way and who have changed their careers and they shift to a career that has a higher projected growth rate. And you know what? They weren't happy. That's how saturation happens. Everyone floods into this career that is on the rise and that is great. And then 10 years down the line, it's going to go right back into that cycle. So might as well do what you want to do. Every single job has its downsides. But what is it that you want to do? What is in your heart? What is your passion? Especially like, you know, individuals who reach out to me like they work in a pharmacy and they love it. If you work in a retail pharmacy setting and you love it and you still want to do pharmacy, please do pharmacy, because the job market needs pharmacists like you to have the patience and the humility to be able to work in retail pharmacy and still want to do it. Instead, think to yourself, okay, what are we going to do about this? There's a need. There's a need for more jobs for pharmacists. Who do we need to speak to? Who do we need to have a conversation with? Instead of running away from it, let's try to fix the problem instead of trying to add to the problem just to make it easier for us. Why run away from your passion instead of trying your absolute best to do something about it? You know, I feel like it takes all of us together fighting for what we want to make it happen. Before pharmacists was a thing, someone saw a need and was just like, hey, we need pharmacists. And it was created and it was done just like that. Okay, not just like that. Obviously, it took some time, but it happened because people realized that there was a need and they did something about it. So why can't we do the same? I feel like we need pharmacists who are passionate about it. I really just want to come on here to like share some encouragement to the individuals who are thinking about pharmacy, but they feel like the job market is saturated, and you're thinking about pharmacy, but you're just like, I don't know, because you're a little scared about not getting a job after you graduate because you don't want to invest so much money, get into debt, and then not be able to have a job or keep a job. Trust me, I get it. I don't want you to think that I am disregarding that. Trust me, I absolutely get it. And I get a little fearful sometimes too, like, oh my gosh, I have like a 6-figure debt and how am I going to pay for this? But I don't know. I wish I could just explain the feeling that I have, but I just trust and I know that because of my hard work, my diligence and my persistence, I'll be fine. You know, and a lot of times we seek jobs in just one area and we don't try to branch out. Sometimes you may have to travel to get a job. Like, it just might happen just to get some experience before you get that job where you want to. But I'm just saying, instead of complaining or instead of running away from an issue to go to what's best, why don't we try to solve the issue and make this career good? At some point, whatever career is great right now, it wasn't always like that. You can go ahead and you can stick with that idea of, oh, the job market's not growing, but I'm not a fortune teller, so who knows what the number is going to be. And I'm not going to try to base my whole career off of could be, possibly, maybe, but no. Instead, I'll base it off my passion and what I really want to do and what I'm going to work hard for, because I don't want to be in a job that I'm not even happy with just because I settled for the career that was on and popping and the projected growth was like 20, 30, 40%. I don't care. I don't care. If pharmacy is your ultimate dream, your goal, your passion, don't forsake that passion. Do your research, try to get scholarships. If you're worried about going into debt, try to get scholarships. Go to a community college for 2 years to get your prerequisites and then transfer into the PharmD program. Save up money. Like, there are ways that you can come to school without having to be in debt. If you're in high school, I know my school gives a scholarship for, like, if you were top of your class. You know, study hard, work hard to get those scholarships. So that's pretty much it. I hope that this video wasn't like harsh, but I really just wanted to like make the point clear to really just encourage you all to know, like, you don't need to feel crazy for wanting to do this career. You don't need to feel like it's dumb. You don't need to feel like, oh, everyone's saying that it's saturated, so I shouldn't do it. If pharmacy is your passion, do it. Pursue it. If God has placed that in your heart, do it. I just don't see why listening to what people say listening to numbers is an issue. If you would have told someone 10, 15 years ago that they could make thousands of dollars by having a YouTube channel, you think they would have did it? Because they would have been like, no, that's not even a thing. And then look, Google bought out YouTube and now people are making thousands of dollars on YouTube. We don't know what the future holds. And I know you want to be practical, you want to be wise in your decisions, but all I can say is that playing it safe when it comes to your passions can lead you to being unhappy in your career. But anyway, those are my thoughts. That's how I feel. Focus on what's in your heart and what you believe and what you want. And if you don't really want to do pharmacy and you were just doing it just because, then don't do pharmacy. If you're not passionate about something, don't do it. So that's pretty much it. So I hope you all were encouraged. Y'all already know the deal. You can comment below or you can email me at behismasterpiece@gmail.com. I hope you have a great day. Go out, be kind, be caring, pursue the dream that is in your heart. And as always, be his masterpiece. Bye, y'all.